American South. He's always there, fighting for freedom over land and air. G.I. Joe! G.I. Joe!
Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. So if you joined us yesterday for the end of Yojo June, card and link somewhere right in here, then you saw this. When we were talking about the Snowcat, you saw that my Rattler also showed up, and that's what is in this big horking box right here. So we're going to do an unboxing of the Rattler because I had other things planned for the beginning of the month. Since we were coming out of Yojo June, I had planned on looking at something that wasn't G.I. Joe related, but then this guy showed up and I had to open it. So this week coming up may just be like residual from Yojo June, because Friday I was planning on something for G.I. Joe as well. But this is a very big box. This was actually a very heavy box. Seriously, like, check out the Snowcat video, if for nothing else, for like the first 2 minutes, just seeing me trying to lift this thing onto my lap. So we know this is the top, that's the bottom. So we're going to cut this open very delicately because I don't want to cut the box that's inside this box. Also, once this box is out of the way, you may notice a mess like back here. That's because I am in the middle of sorting my comics, and there is just a hidden stash of comics behind this box. Oh, this is very cool. They packaged it. We have a inner packaging right here with the... Oh man, it's a box inside of a box. They really, whoops, go all out with the packaging for these. So we have our plastic corners right here. We're going to toss those. And now let's open this one. And this one is a little looser, so I can pull the flap out so I know I'm not cutting into what is underneath. And this, I believe, here's the Rattler. All right. Let's flip this over. Oh, this is a big, big boy. Oh, that Cobra airborne symbol. I love that. See, comics. Comics that are falling. Check out the artwork for the Rattler right here. This looks awesome. It looks like the camera's a little tilted. Hold on, let me... Whoop. How's that? Is that better? No, that's actually worse. There we go. Look at the artwork right here. I love the artwork on these HasLabs. And then we have the Cobra airborne symbol up top. The HasLab logo. I have a collection of these boxes. Like, the HasLabs sit out, but I have all of these boxes just because I really feel like the packaging is part of the experience. So I want to make sure I'm opening this right, so I'm not butchering the box. Oh, check this out. We have a little bit of like a blueprint look on the back right here. Kind of like those blueprints from the vintage line where like you just have a layout and it has little write-ups right here. Like tri-blade tail, low thrust turbine. That's very cool. That's very cool. Okay, so I think this is how it's supposed to sit. So let's cut here. Let's cut here. Being very careful not to damage the packaging. Okay, and just like with the the dragonfly, and the hiss, we have 3 different levels, but I love how it forms this this Cobra logo right here. That's very cool. So we're going to peel out each box individually. This is no doubt going to be our figures, this top one. I think I opened it from the wrong side. But let's angle this down a little. Here we go. Oh, we also have our sticker sheet, our patches, and we have artillery. Look at these bombs. This is different. I think these are the same blast effects that we got with the Firefly right here, but we also have like cluster bombs right here. We have like Big Betty bombs, missile pack. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. This is awesome. Looks like these are engine effects. We have more. I'll bet these are whoops. These are our engine effects. I'll bet these thinner ones right here are for the turret. We have more ordnance right here, more ordnance down here. But here we have our 3 figures. We have we have Wild Weasel right here. That is this going to make an image like the? No, I don't think so. Remember how the Dragonfly made a picture? It doesn't look like these are going to line up. Oh wait, they are. I'm just holding it backwards because that one will go there. Of course, Baroness is number 1. And there you go. Baroness, Wild Weasel, and your Cobra pilot. And they do make a little image on the back. So we have Wild Weasel right here, who looks awesome. His 2-piece helmet. He has his pads that go on his legs. I'm sure there's more in there. I'm not going to open this just yet. We have the Cobra Flight logo right there on the back. Rattler. Yep, I bet these go together too if you do it this way. Yep. So there's Wild Weasel. Here we have Baroness, who you know is one of my favorites. I'm really curious. I'm not curious, but I'm really interested in getting her out of the box, checking this out. I wonder if this head's going to swap for any of the other Baronesses that we have. And then we have just our standard Cobra Rattler pilot, or the gunner. You could put him in the turret too. Oh, this is awesome. This is so cool. We have our patches. Oh, check out all these decals that we have. Oh, dude, we have nose art. We have nose art for the Rattler, and there's a lot of sticker sheets in here. There is a lot of sticker sheets. This always makes me wish I would have bought more than one, but realistically, where am I going to put it? These things are huge. Huge. Fearsome Tank Smashers. This is cool. Fearsome Tank Smashers, Cobra Airborne, 84th Squadron, the Fly Swatter. The Fly Swatters. All right. Let's get the second one out. Let me get behind the camera and change the angle on this. Let's go up, go down. There we go. All right, what do we have in here? Oh, this is the main body. Oh, there's going to be a lot of assembly to this. There's going to be a lot of assembly to this. Big engine thrusters. It looks like these are the same because it has this dog bone right here. Do these go to the engine or do these go to missiles? Because it looks like these are the same. No, these aren't the same as what came on the Dragonfly. So these look like they're going to be launch blast effects. We have the cockpit. We have the turret canopy right here. Very cool. I am seriously so excited about this. Like, I know I talked some smack on it because of the price, and I still think that the Rattler, look at the size of the fuselage here. I feel like this fuselage, which doesn't have the tail attached to it, I feel like this is the size of the Dragonfly's main body. But like I was saying, I still think the Rattler is overpriced for what we got. I think this should have been about the same as the Hiss. I do think... Okay, how does this go in here? This fell out. How does this go in? I do think that the... Where's this go? Let's just put this in here for now. I think the Snowcat is a decent price for everything you're getting. I think this might have just been a little too much. So now we have the final box. I'm not really going to put anything together just yet. I just want to get this open and unboxed. And there's our COBRA Airborne logo. And in here we have wings, part of the flight stand, more of the flight stand, and the tail, more of the wings, more of the tail. What I do appreciate about this is that the wings fold so that even once, it's a completely transparent stand we have to put together, so that once it's together, you can fold the wings back so that it's not taking up a big footprint. You'll be able to like collapse the wings so it saves space on the shelf. You know what? Give me a moment. I don't know how into this I'm going to get, but I think I am going to put it together just so we can see the size of it. Okay, so here we have the main fuselage. We plug the tail in. God, that thing's huge. That is huge. Okay, so originally I thought these wing pieces were going to be two pieces, but it looks like they just snap in. Do they just snap in? Yes. They just snap in like so. Whoop. Let's actually do one so you can see it. So you see, you turn one, and they both turn. Oh, and there's little release buttons here. Oh, the wings snap out. Okay, so you hit the button underneath, pull, the wing comes out, and then it cycles up. Or you can turn it so they just hug the fuselage for storage. That's cool. Oh, man. Look at the interior here. Look at inside that cockpit. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I have enough light in there. Okay, so now the tail. So you have a groove, and then this just snaps. Is that how that fits? I don't know. You can see the light through there. There's peg holes in there. And then there's little pegs on these. So they actually fit in like this. There we go. I like that they do this so that you can't, there's only one way you can put it together. you can't possibly screw it up. And then these slide in. Oh my God, look at the size of this thing. This is sick. Peel the plastic off the top of the turret. I always loved the Rattler in this World War II style turret up top. Oh. Okay, how does this go in? Okay, it looks like there's... Okay, there we go. Looks like you have to find the right way that it just drops in there. There we go. So yeah, there is a specific way that the turret keys in there, and then once it's in, it's locked in. And yes, I do believe those blue blast effects were for the turret because those look like laser cannons more than machine guns. The vintage definitely looked like machine guns. This looks like the laser cannons from, quite honestly, from Operation Blackout. All right, so it looks like this is the back half of the canopy, and this just pops in. Oh, and it's ratcheted, and it just fits in there just like the vintage one did. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There was nothing wrong with the way that canopy snapped in there. And then this fits in like so. And there it is, kids. There's the Rattler. It doesn't even fit on camera. There's its Vulcan Gatling gun. Oh, and it's ratcheted. Now on the bottom, we have 2 landing gear. 3. Here we go. Oh, that's cool. It's a push button. Holy cow. Let's see if I can get this whole thing in shot as best I can. Oh, I thought I had enough light down here. I should have brought down like one of the studio lights or the ring light. I don't know if I have enough light. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So from minigun to tail, we're roughly 35 inches. From wingspan to wingspan, we're roughly 33 inches. And with the landing gear deployed to the top of the turret, we're at approximately 9.5 inches. Do I regret buying this? No, not at all. I was wondering if I was going to, but now that I actually have it here in hand, and I've put it together, and I've seen the gloriousness of Cobra, I don't regret having this at all. See, and then these will just fold back. It's still not going to be a small footprint on your shelf, but collapsing those wings definitely helps. I will more than likely do another video later once we have some of them with the decals on. We get the figures open. We load up some ordnance on this thing. There we have our turbine engine access, which is awesome. Does this one come off? No, I think that one stays on. But here we have our turbine access, which is so cool. Of course, we have... What is that? Huh. I thought this was more... Because I know we have this. Oh, I'll bet I know what that is. Hold on. So this opens up here, correct? To get to the ladder. Okay. So that's cool. The built-in ladder. I'll bet this is because this is where you put the battle damage plate. Okay, where is the battery panel for this one? Give me a second, let me try and find it. Let's try this one. Okay. What is this taking? 3 double A's. I wonder if I have 3 double A's. Okay, I do have 3 double A's here. They're generic and they were in the freezer, so I'm going to have to warm them up a little. 1, 2, 3. Let's put the battery plate on, tighten it down, flip this guy over. Okay, so we have, oh, we have interior and we have running lights. What was that? What did that do? Oh, it changed the lights to Cobra Red, which is very cool. Oh, we have lights on the interior control panel of the turret here as well. I don't know how well that's going to show up on this camera. And what's the third one? I think these just got brighter and sort of turned into spotlights. That goes back to white light. Okay, so basically the only thing that looks like it changes is the front lights right here. That it goes from white light to like a red outline to solid red. Oh. Okay, yeah, this is what I was thinking. This is what I was thinking about. Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the battle damaged piece right here. And remember when I took this piece off, there's just this panel underneath here. Well, we take that off and then we put this on. Come on. Get on there. Okay, so we put that on, and then we go from the white lights to the red outline, and then we hit it again, and we have damage. We have damage lights coming through. See that? How it's like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like blinking between like red and yellow, and it's acting like all kinds of Molly Hobb is going on in there. But also in the cockpit, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good shot at this, but that's the wrong side. There's a flashing distress indicator in the cockpit right there, warning that there's damage. That is really cool. That is really cool. Let's turn off the lights and see how this looks. Okay, I couldn't do a total blackout, but you can see the lights in the cockpit. The lights in the turret are very dim, but you can definitely see these playing out. And then when we go to just white lights, you can see that that is shining much brighter. Nothing underneath, not like the Dragonfly, but all of it controlled from this one button and back. The damage burn up is very cool. I dig that. I really dig that. We haven't really put any of the decals on yet either, which we're going to have fun with those. Let's actually pull those out now as well while we're at it. might as well open up those decal sheets and see what we got, because we had a lot of fun ones with the Sky Striker and the Dragonfly, and I have a feeling these are going to be about the same. So let's just flip these wings up to give me some room to work. That is so cool. All right, so let's open this first one up. So there's our first tier unlock patches. I still think they could have come up with something better than that. Here is our instructions that I probably should have looked at when I was putting the whole thing together. We do have, you saw the ladder. We have another ladder that's going to go up onto the wing right there. Shows you how to put them together. Like I said, probably should have paid attention to all of this. Didn't really, though. And here is our standard sheet of decals right here that basically just has like the standard Airborne logos, the standard Cobra logos, basically Z0 Z06, which was Wild Weasel's Rattler. And then we have this set. Let's see what we have here. Like I said, I didn't watch the Rattler unboxing. So we have, let's see here. We have this with the big Cobra Airborne symbol and the Cobra symbol. We have nose art that we have the actual Cobra with the snake neck coming back. But then we also have like this warthog going on, which it's based off of the warthog. I appreciate that they put this on. I may actually use this one, to be honest. Like, the Cobra is cool, but actually having a nod to the warthog on there, that would just be awesome. And then we have some nose art. We have Baroness on the bombshell, which I can get behind that, but I don't think Baroness would be too happy about that. Black Knight on a horse, don't know what that's all about. Rat-a-tat-tat. The checkerboard pattern. Cobra on board. Bomb drop. What's this? The Bus Wars. Oh, that's those were the days. This is cool. This is cool. I feel like there's not as much of a diversity of decals as there was for the Dragonfly or for the even the Sky Striker. So once again, that's kind of like they kind of shorted it. Once again, like not really instilling me with the belief that this was worth $325, but who am I to complain? I bought the thing, right? So I'm definitely going to put like our standard decals on there. I'm going to actually look at the vintage Rattler and try and remember where all of all of these went. I think I am going to put the warthog nose art on this thing. I'm not going to rattle this. I'm not going to use the Baroness bombshell just because that seems wrong to me. And then we have our patches here. Fearsome Fangs Tank Smashers right there. Just our Cobra Airborne. And Cobra Airborne 84th Squadron, the Fly Swatters. So that's cool. I still feel like these should have just been part of like the base package and something. No more complaining. No more complaining. They have made up for it with the Snowcat, as far as I'm concerned. So that was the unboxing of the Rattler. It's definitely not the last look. We're going to take a look. It's definitely not going to be our last look at it. I just wanted to get it out of the box. I wanted to show it off. That's really what it came down to. We will definitely be doing videos for each of the figures, especially Wild Weasel and Baroness. We're going to want to take a look at those. I just realized I never did Night Force Ripcord and Crazy Legs from last year. So we're definitely going to have to be taking a look at that. And yeah, as you can see, the lights switched off on their own. I got a little bit of schmutz on the inside there. I'm very excited about this. This is huge. This is huge. And people want a Night Raven. What are they going to do with a Night Raven? Seriously, though, thank you for joining. I know this wasn't exactly like the most exciting unboxing, but it's so big, and I can't believe I forgot to bring down like the studio lights for this. But it was hard to get it all on camera. So that is our Rattler, and yeah, this is going to be, there we go. This is going to be just freaking awesome. Hello, Joes, and welcome to the end of the video. It's good to see you here. While you're here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's Yo-Joe June, and if you were thinking of becoming a member of the Steel Corps, now would be a time to do it. You can join for $1 a month through channel memberships or my Ko-fi page, and get access to members-only Discord, members-only live streams, eventually, and members-only monthly videos. This month for Yo-Joe June, we're taking a look at the 1/6 scale Fig Zero Dead Game Snake Eyes. If you're wondering what Dead Game is, just think of G.I. Joe, but what if Rob Liefeld? Remember to keep coming back all month while we check out everything G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe adjacent. And now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe!